If you're searching for a lightning speed life transformation, you are at the right place, as I'm going to show you the blueprint to a six-figure income business that you can use to create your profitable business from your own profound experiences and passions. I'm going to reveal to you today a strategy that helped me ditch the 9-to-5 job absurdity to living the life I want. I'm Rebecca Leboho, author, six-figure income strategies and business consultant, right here at Destiny Business Suite, interceding for your success. My passions are highly clued to exclusive business creation. I like vivid colors, arts, glamour, which I use to impact tons of people out there desiring to be riding on the pinnacles for success. My passions and experiences have been a significant, powerful experience to the building of my six-figure income business. With this power, I wrote empowering books and designed programs to empower hundreds and thousands of people to implement the strategies I use to turn my life into a lifelong career by just developing my profound experiences and abilities to irresistible and exclusive life transformational programs. I made a six-figure income from one program launch. Over a short period of time, I piloted my business to high achievers grade. I used an exclusive strategy that's now helping all my clients to build lucrative businesses from their own profound experiences and expertise. I planned a small business consulting program 2005, and I nurtured my passions to grow each day as I practice my gifts in the area of my calling. And one day it just happened that I stumbled upon this three-step formula to uncommon success that you are going to discover today. First of all, I want you to know you have a personal power uniquely bestowed in you, and it is a responsibility to tap into this personal power during the course of life in order to unleash the potential that leads to one's fulfilled life. Some people's power is obvious and they need no effort to tap into their personal power, whereas some people's power is so concealed, so much that they need to spend time, money and effort to uncover their personal power. Therefore, must do all it takes in order to have and to hold this old personal power. The most amusing thing is that everyone has some form of superpower that make their dreams a reality. That part is the golden ticket to your success. There is a long-term fulfillment in using the collective superpower to building your own business, but the business, you are a superstar. Your lottery ticket number is made up of collective experiences, your interests, and your unique gifts. These are the assets you already have, and they form your unique superpowers. Your unique superpower is the only ticket that will enable you to single out from the crowded job markets that's seeking to hold you hostage. And if you are able to develop that into a brand you own, amazing things begin to unfold towards the direction of your success destination. Sadly, most people are ignorant of their superpower and never get their due. They waste their skills, gifts, and passions building other people's success empires and wonder what the heck happened at the end of their career span. You have got to be different. Be the winner. You know all the numbers on your lottery ticket. The beautiful part is everyone's dream is different, but the path to finding it is the same. You were given your superpower for free. All you need is to develop that superpower to something tangible and lucrative. Your superpower is your gifts, experiences, and passions. In every person resides dormant superpowers that when tapped into can generate income, gratification and fulfillment. In order to tap into this power, one needs to be in a certain frame of mind. One's mindset is probably the supreme dominant determinant factor to making decisions that count. In fact, everyone is already rich in the sense that success in life is roughly 90% psychological and only 10% technical. The moment you figure out your own personal power, you just flow and become unstoppable like a force of nature. And I want to reveal to you the 3 important facts about your experiences you might have overlooked for the past years. These important facts are a hidden secret. When you discover the secret, you need to turn that power into a golden ticket for success. Number 1, experiences are a canvas that leads you to your divine purpose. You cannot live a fulfilled life out of your divine purpose for life. So it is a must to find your purpose. You were given a unique experience, a unique gift to help you discover that purpose. Without purpose, you live an unfulfilled life and keep repeating sad situations, events, people doing the jobs you do not like, and unprofitable business lifestyle. Changing jobs or relationships does not solve the situation, because you will still meet different people with the same mentality like the people you are running away from. Unless you break the pattern of conditional mentality, you will never experience fulfillment. You will experience a never ending of struggles, pain, and unfulfillment. Number 2, your experience is the unique power that empowers you to succeed. Your experience is of great value. It holds great fortune that you need to find or discover. Discovering your valuable experience will give you the proclivity to develop your experiences into tangible, lucrative fortune. Number 3, experiences are the lucrative component to help you impact others. You cannot succeed alone. You need a tribe to help you build your fortune. And those people are your allocated tribe you will need to empower and to share your fortune with. Without discovering your fortune, you have nothing valuable to offer to your community, and you will never discover the location where your tribe is waiting for your empowerment. I want to tell you the unique story of my life. Perhaps you have heard this story before, but have never linked it to purpose like I'm going to tell you here today. 2012, I got frustrated with a job system. I had an idea of what I wanted to do, but I had no clue of how to do this. I have a unique passion for creativity. I love vivid colors, and that makes me stand out and irresistible. Everything I create has to have an extreme outstanding color. My makeup has to stand out. I don't care other people's opinion about that, because that's my logo. That's me and my brand. So from 2012, I put myself on a treadmill of practice, creating a beautiful home, decorating outstanding homes, beautiful website, and graphic designing. I want to introduce you to an incredible, fascinating experience that drove me to building the lucrative business. First, I had to discover my superpower, which was the experience I had in a dream. What transpired is extremely interesting. Follow me as I unfold what transpired. The fascination of a dream, authenticity. Experiences are not just given to put your life in abyss and leave you incapable. Genesis 2 verse 2 says, "My plans are not to harm you, but to give you hope and a great future." This is how I turned my passions into irresistible training program for excellence. 2005, I had a fascinating dream I could not have walked away from without having a positive impact to my life. I never thought this dream could turn out to some tangible and profitability 8 years down the line. In the dream, I had a message: I gave you milk to grow, but soon it will be taken away, indicating I had to grow from what I was to something bigger and deeper, developing strategically from a professional job to a social entrepreneur where I could build a business of my own and sustain not only my needs but also many other people's needs. How was I going to do this? To many people it appeared insane, leaving a paid job to some social entrepreneur of a field I had no clue about. What most people did not realize was how I landed into that career in the first place. Therefore had no right to judge or even to encourage me to stay where I was. It might be strange what I'm about to say. Most people cannot identify sad situations, therefore cannot move away from sad situations because they are conditioned to certain ways. They are unaware of the root cause of their frustrations. Most people are in dire straits of punching the clock every morning, forcing their bodies, souls, and mindsets to get to the most horrid place they don't want to be. How does that work? They are conditioned to do that. Being conditioned is the first mistake that most people find themselves into. Sadly, are not aware of the scapegoats. No wonder why their friends call them dudes. You know what it means to be called a dude? Is worthless, ineffective, broken, and useless. Being stuck is being unable to move away from unfavorable situations. You are stuck in there to wither off and die. You might be scorched by the weather or cold of that situation. As a result, you'll be off to a sick bed. This applies to any situation you might be stuck in. Might be a relationship you do not like, a job that makes you sick, or addiction to drugs and alcohol that's difficult to drop, even if it's making your health deteriorate. You're there to wither off and die. The adversary of life's plan is to kill, steal, and destroy. So it's wiser to get out. Jobs are from the devil. Your helpers' plans are not to harm you, but to give you hope and a great future. I've seen people stuck to unhealthy relationships that eventually killed them. They were depressed for years, but were unaware of the risks they were undertaking. Some were stuck in jobs they did not like, stuck for years, punching the clock to force themselves to go to horrid jobs, a dream killer that switches off their passions and talents and personal power. I want you to switch back onto your personal power and confidently walk away from the situation with your passions, talents, and dreams unharmed. You got to realize life does not depend on a paycheck. Don't be trapped between a job and a paycheck. You got to learn to dream again. With passion, enthusiasm, and personal power, you'll be able to rebuild the broken walls of your life. Your life is more important than a paycheck that's hooking you like fish on a trap. You have been programmed to think the only way to earn a living is to go to a job even if you don't like the conditions. You are trapped and you need to figure out means to get out unharmed. Your mind has been played up with. Your mind is the most important component that needs tweaking to get back to its original balanced functional mode. You can never make ends meet if your life is unbalanced. To have a balanced life, you need balance in the three foundations. You are the product of your creativity. You as a person, your beliefs, abilities, and values. You need balance in three foundations that form the pillars of success: the product, the purpose, and the profit. Let's look into the product. You are the product of your creativity. You as a person, your beliefs, abilities, and values. Unfortunately, most of the inconsistency in this area comes from an unbalanced, poor background. Let's look into the second component of the three foundations of success. The purpose is what you do for a living, your job, your business, and your relationships. This is talking of your family, colleagues, work colleagues, friends, and fans. You cannot succeed alone. You need the community to be there for you, to help you, to cheer you up all along by supporting you. You might find yourself feeling trapped and choked by your job or relationships you choose to be in. If things don't work out well, you still have a second choice to walk away from an unhealthy situation, an unhealthy job, unhealthy relationships. You have a choice. You have to think of yourself, think of your safety, your health. You need a stable mind for you to be able to make it in life. And the third component of the three foundations that form success pillar is the profit. The profit is the results you get after mixing the two components of product and purpose. Is the results you get after mixing your product and your purpose. What doesn't inspire you kills your potential power. You cannot get good results from an unbalanced product and purpose. The only result you are sure to get is an unhappy life. To get a stable, happy life, get serious about your own life. To get you serious about your own life, let's look at the meaning of unbalanced, unstable, of unsound mind, mentally ill, deranged. This is worrying. Unstable, of unsound mind, mentally ill, deranged, demented, crazed, troubled, disturbed, unhinged, insane, mad, mad as a hatter, mad as a March hare, raving mad, out of the mind, not of one's mind, neurotic, cracked pot, daft, dippy, screwy, with screw loose, batty, dotty, cocky, bonkers, potty, mental, screwed up, not all there, off one's head, out of one's head, out to lunch, a bit lacking, round the bend, round the twist, away with the fairies, sectionable, informally balmy, crackers, backing mad, off one's trolley, off one's rocker, daft as a brush, not the full shilling, informal Nazi, natso, squirrely, wacko, baggy, detached. That's worrying. And a normal person will work long and hard to maintain a balanced life. To get a balanced life, let's check on another example that is similar to Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Abraham Maslow was an American psychologist who created the hierarchy of needs, a theory that argued psychological health was dependent on the fulfilling of needs in order of priority. This theory put forward the idea that humans must have their basic needs met in order to pursue their own personal growth and development. The same principle is seen in my high achievers potential power of needs. I've used the same principle in my high achievers potential power of needs. It is human's nature to have a goal-seeking habit, no matter what the results the goal might bring. These needs are the basis of human potential and progression. But look closer at them. They play a large part in achievement, engagement levels, and how one is engaged and motivated within their own area of capabilities. Let's break it down and see how it works. Vulnerability. While it is basic requirement for everyone to be engaged in something that provides basic needs leaves most people vulnerable, at high risk of being dragged into situations that do not benefit them. The need to have a job, a salary that pays the bills, and a sense of financial independence forces people to go out and expose their vulnerability. The people in this group feel the need but are disengaged from their potential power to make right decisions in the making of choices. They are at risk of being dragged into situations that don't benefit them and are therefore taken advantage of. The second group is the insecure. This may apply to situations like jobs, relationships, and finance. When one is in a relationship, they feel the need to secure a long-lasting functional relationship. With the way relationships are these days, everyone is in a relationship, seek for security assurance. When one is in a group that cheers them up, that motivates them, their survival instincts becomes resilient. And we all know by now that group dynamics make a big difference. When it comes to jobs, most employed people hang on job ties because of the security that's assured by the job terms and conditions. Without this security assurance, most people wouldn't be doing the jobs they are doing right now. Most employed people need to know they have a job security. With the way the job market is nowadays, it's very difficult for most employers to deliver the promise given the inability of the financial markets. In this group, we see that this group are self-doubting. Therefore, they are seeking for another source that they can rely on. For example, a job security, relationship, or lenders. They are willing to grab anything that makes them feel secure. For example, a paycheck, high purchases, high rate secured loans or non-secured loans, and happy relationships. They just take on anyone on board for them just to have somebody, so they have assurance and security. They are desperate to get something they can rely on, basically. The third group is the potentially alert. These are seeking for better opportunities. They are not grounded to any job systems or unhealthy relationships. They have the capacity to see danger, warning signs, and are ready to move to better positions if they are not happy with the current. And the fourth group is the alert group. This group have needs to achieve and want to master things. They are independent and have self-respect. They are ready to learn new things and they are open-minded. I call them the first group, the self-actualized. These are high achievers, and unfortunately is only 15% who can be found in these groups. They do all it takes to fulfill their potential in what they believe they are capable of doing. They are unstoppable like a force of nature. They are capable, they are confident, courageous, and exquisitely bound. And my question is, which group do you belong? Analyze carefully and be honest with yourself and place yourself on this graph. You don't need to tell me, you don't need to tell anybody else, but tell it to yourself. Which group do you belong? This is a worrying issue. Take it serious and be honest with yourself. Like any other person, you might have been conditioned to working for others and never thought of playing the inner game the other way round. Most people have played this game far too long, so much that they are being slaves of their masters, and it has almost become a normal trend and part of their nature. However, you can become a game changer through understanding the concepts of the inner game of business creation. After all, achieving that greater purpose and mission could result in some radical changes in your life. So don't let fear stop you from becoming a game changer. Consider this: most people do not want to be tied to contracts and therefore will prefer 0-hour contracts. There are still workers employed with no job ties. However, people on 0-hour contracts, according to recent review carried after the introduction of the legislation of the 0-hour contracts, exposes an increasing number of people around the globe who are on the workers' employment contracts. A few basic rights such as unfair dismissal or maternity pay than the vast majority of people who are on the employee contracts. In many instances, workers are not aware of their employment status and therefore what employment rights they are entitled to. Many employees are also unaware what rights their workforce is entitled to, running the risk of legal challenge if they get something wrong. As a result, government is also unable to collect meaningful data and get a complete picture of the overall workforce. Official at the Department for Business Innovation Skills has commenced the process of determining how clear the current employment framework is, what the options are to extend some employment rights to more people, and whether there is scope to streamline this very complex area of employment law, thus simplifying and clarifying rights for both employers and employees. Some types of contracts which offer fewer employment rights and which were never designed to be widely used have become much more conventional. As the economy recovers, it is right to explore giving a silent minority of workers the security, the rights enjoyed by the majority of employees. Workers should not be finding out that they are not protected by the law once they get to the employment tribunal. They need a system that is fair, simple, and transparent. An environment where business feel more confident knowing what type of contracts to hire staff on, and where individuals know their rights and have the security they deserve. Currently, many individuals cannot be certain what their employment status is until they are at the employment tribunal. If they are workers, it is at this point they could realize they do not have any legal protection if, for example, they are seeking to claim for unfair dismissal. It is a requirement to be on the self-actualized role. Most people have some level of ambition and want to achieve more than what they are currently having. It's now the social entrepreneur's responsibility to innovate and bridge the loopholes, given the opportunities to emerge for growth, learning, leadership, and advancement as game changers. There are tons of opportunities emerging each day to give individuals and groups the tools they need to begin to self-actualize within their companies and organizations. Take full charge, take full responsibility of these advantages and opportunities to inspire others and to make this world a better place while doing what you love. As you can see, these needs are critical for the fulfillment of a satisfying life and career. So how can you develop your abilities and experiences to a service that will make a difference? First, self-actualize. Discover thyself. You are the product of your own making. Find an experience you can develop into a profitable business. An experience and ability that's in line with your purpose. Something what people want. Something that they can learn from, improve their own lives or make their lives happy and fulfilled. Put yourself on the roll. Put a strong structural system in place that will be here today, tomorrow, and will remain even when you are no longer directly involved. You can start right here where you are with what you have your experiences and your abilities. Feel the need. First of all, break the adapted style of life and rebuild your own. I want you to break the job system mentality. Your talent is too valuable to put to waste. You are too good to return empty-handed. Do something of great value. Live your purpose. When you get to that path, everything will line up to its purpose. I've already spoken about the three fundamental foundations that form the basis of success: the product, the purpose, and the profit. What makes you unique and different? Your skills, your expertise, your experiences, your talent. But the way you can't give what you don't have. What product is your make? What is in your hand? What experiences do you have? What ability is bestowed in you? You have a profound experience that make you unique. And that unique experience and expertise will take you to your purpose. It is essential to know thyself, because knowing thyself will help you discover thy purpose. Follow your call. It is easier to follow your intuitions, entertain your passions, practice your passions every day. By doing so, you will discover your purpose. And remember, your belief is a vital component to help you discover your purpose. What is your divine purpose? What are you really here for? Do all it takes to find out your purpose. And if you do, life will turn out to be a daring adventure and not a lifetime of struggles. See you in the next video.